Very good evening to our viewers right around the world from the home of cricket in UAE, the iconic Sharjah Cricket Stadium, as we bring to you this live broadcast of Emirates D20 2025. Ajman will be taking on Emirates Blues, and we expect a ripper of a game. Well, we have to head down to the center where we got Ahmed Khwaja to look at the conditions first.
Yet another exciting day of the Emirates D20 2025. We are at the same wicket we had yesterday. Wicket number 6 here at the centre square. But you can see that greenish tinge on the pitch has just died down a touch. And we've had the heavy roller over it over the last couple of matches as well. So it should be a lot flatter, not as lively as it was yesterday. But the overhead conditions, that is what matters. As you can see, there is a bit of a breeze going. So we're hoping that the dew will stay away. But it is still quite humid. As you can see from the sweat from my brow, it is a bit of a muggy evening here at the Sharjah Cricket Stadium. So once again, the plan should be to look to chase because the dew will make it very difficult for the bowlers in the second innings.
There you go, Ahmed Khwaja with his knowledgeable words looking at the conditions. Well, first we need to look at the points table. Sharjah, top of the table, 4 wins out of 6. Emirates Blues, they have a phenomenal campaign so far, also 4 wins, but they have played just 5 games. Ajman also at third position with 3 wins out of 5. Dubai on 3 wins as well, and Fujairah and Abu Dhabi really struggling, 5 and 6. So this game holds significant importance as one team will be looking to grab more momentum and more strength in that points table. Well, let's head down to the center once again. We've got Ahmed Khwaja alongside 2 captains and the match referee for the all-important toss.
Toss time for match number 17 of the Emirates D20. I have the star cast alongside me here in the middle of the iconic Sharjah Cricket Stadium. We have, of course, leading team Ajman, Ansh Tandon, leading team Emirates Blues, the legend Asif Khan, and our esteemed match referee, Mr. Iftikhar Ali. It's going to be Ajman to flip the coin. Go ahead. Tails is the call from the Blues. Absolutely spot on. आसिफ खान साहब, मुबारक हो, टॉस जीते हैं, क्या फैसला किया?
आज हम पहले बॉलिंग करेंगे क्योंकि लास्ट 4 मैच से हमने बैक टू बैक बैटिंग की है, तो हम चाह रहे थे थोड़ा सा चेंज करें, चेस करके भी देखें क्योंकि नेक्स्ट बड़े मैच आने वाले हैं नॉकआउट, तो कोशिश यही करेंगे, थोड़ा सा चेंज किया आज।
सेकंड इनिंग्स में क्या सूटेबल स्कोर होगा चेस के लिए?
मुझे लगता है इस तरह इंशाल्लाह जिस तरह की हमारी बॉलिंग है कोशिश करेंगे 140 150 पे स्टिक करें और उसके बाद चेस करें।
क्विक फायर 20-30 हम लाला की तरफ से देख रहे हैं, बड़ा 50 बड़ा 100 कब देखेंगे?
इंशाल्लाह आज कोशिश करेंगे, डू वेल माय बेस्ट एंड माय टीम इंशाल्लाह।
बेस्ट ऑफ लक।
थैंक यू।
Ansh unfortunately lost the coin flip. If you had won it, what would you have done?
I think I was going to bowl first as well.
So batting first, what do you think is a decent score? Of course, the spirits are sky high after that wonderful chase.
Yeah, of course, as you said, the spirits are sky high, but obviously it's a new day, new game, so we want to start fresh again, and I think we try to get at least 150 on this wicket because we have seen that day games have been going kind of less compared to the last night matches, so I think 150 should be a good total and we'll be happy to defend that down.
Changes to the side?
We're going with the same team.
All the best.
Thank you.
Right, the news from the centre. Emirates Blues have won the toss and they've elected to bowl first.
There you go, the news from the center. ECB Blues, they won the toss and decided to bowl first here. Obviously looking to use the conditions. That's the side for Ajman. Junaid Shamsuddin in top form, and good to see Shah Amin amongst the runs. And Ansh Tandon, an inspiring young leader. Those 3 are making headlines at the top of the order. Lovepreet short of runs, but he will be looking to bounce back. And another player in that middle order, Mohammad Saghir Khan, can really make an impact. Yahya Abdul Rahman was very impressive the other day. Clean striker of the ball. Basil Asim, the right arm medium pacer. Esam Mathurab, the right arm leg spinner, who has plenty of success in the recent past. Muzammil Qasim. And you got Awais Ahmed and Ankur Sagwan, a very balanced side. And their bowling is their real strength. And they won the toss and decided to bowl first here. Will be looking to exploit the conditions early on. Emirates Blues, one shot of runs, but we all know how good a player he is. They'll be hoping that he comes off with a big one. Ahmed Tariq had a decent tournament so far. Nasir Faraz at times looked really good, but he will be looking to make a real man's here. Muhammad Asif, Kamran Atta has been absolutely star of the show for Blues. Sanjay Pahal, brings in that enormous amount of power in that middle order. Mohammad Samir, Rais Ahmed is a case of Rais Ahmed maybe getting up the order and showing his class. Shahid Butta with his express pace. You got the left arm spin of Nabil Aziz and Muhammad Unan Munawar, a very, very fine right arm leg spinner. Conditions are just absolutely perfect, and it's going to be a great game in store for us. And to join me in the com box for the first time today, looking sharp, razor sharp, Rizwanur Rahman. Very good evening and welcome.
Good evening, Asghar Khan. Welcome to all our viewers who have joined us from across the globe. We're heading out to the center, two empires taking the center stage. Empire Jibi Alex on your left and Empire Imran Munir on your right. Two wonderful empires in the UAE domestic circuit. It's the team Emirates Blues taking on Ajman. Ajman coming back from two wonderful wins. Well, the top order of Ajman has been in some wonderful form, especially talking about Junaid Shamsu, who's looked absolutely brilliant, flawless, alongside Ansh Tandon and Shahrukh Amin, providing that foundation in the power play. Well, they've chased 200 plus in the previous game against Dubai, and today being an evening game, it is going to be a completely different experience altogether for the men in purple as they take on the men in blue, who are looking absolutely stunning throughout the tournament. Ever since the addition of the legend Asif Khan, they have been absolutely spot on. But it's been Kamran Atta who's been the most run getter for the team, contributing almost in every single match. Rais Ahmed, as you rightly mentioned, may be promoted up the order. Another brilliant prospect to have in your team, but talk about the finisher, the destructor, the terminator, whatever you want to call him, Sanjay Paul. He's looked absolutely thunderous out in the center.
So is that Shahrukh Amin at the moment. Junaid Shamsu, he's made a big impact, and he's such a powerful player at the top of the order. In the first game of the tournament, he was batting in that middle order. Once he moved up, the rest is history. He's been phenomenal. Shahrukh Amin, rich vein of form continues for him, the left-hander.
I mean, it's good to see Shahrukh come in good nick. We've seen him off late, quite different approach altogether. Usually he tends to bat at middle order. Now he's taken the top order position, scoring runs at will, and at the same time, not just in the ongoing D series, Asghar, we've noticed him doing some brilliant batting in the UAE domestic tournaments as well.
Absolutely, he's scoring runs everywhere. Always a great sign. That's where a lot of hard work goes in, and behind the scenes this game, developing a few new shots as well, but stroke of the wicket, and that really is on show here. It's amazing that when that hard work pays off, it gives you enormous amount of satisfaction and pleasure to be able to execute those plans.
A lot of hard work goes behind the scenes. The amount of time they spend in the gym and the nets, just ensuring they play as many deliveries as possible, different net bowlers, different options, just to make sure they are ready for the big games, and rightly so. And when you're in rich vein of form, it always adds that confidence and also boosts the morale of the team as well.
Absolutely, and the stage is set for what should be a great game of cricket. Samir has got the new ball, had few injuries, he's been out of the domestic scene for a long time. Left armour, he's been mentored by the great Zahoor Khan, former UAE fast bowler. We are all set with the first delivery. It's going to be Junaid Shamsuddin on strike. Samir is the bowler. Two fielders outside the 30-yard circle. Deep third man and deep square leg, a ring field on the offside. No slip. Slightly surprised early on because Junaid Shamsuddin is a big fish and you would want to give yourself the best chance of dismissing him early on.
Oh, absolutely. Looking razor sharp, all the fielders on the field, and Asghar Khan in the house, in the com box as well, after a much deserved 2-day break, looking absolutely magnificent.
Well. That was important, Rizwan. It's always nice to be freshen up eat well, sleep well, they say. And you've been taking care of me and Ahmed Khwaja in particular with that wonderful tea. It's always a pleasure.
You said eat well, sleep well, but didn't say drink well. Well, tea, absolutely, at any point of time. Right, then ball number 1 coming your way. Samir up against the informed batter, Junaid Shamshu, and starts off with a magnificent drive. And that will find the fence. What a start for Junaid Shamshu.
Cracking shot put away in style. No nerves whatsoever. Just see ball, hit ball. He reminds me of someone like Virender Sehwag who had
The informed batter Junaid Shamshu and starts off with the informed batter Junaid Shamshu and starts off with a magnificent drive, and that will find
Looking sharp, Junaid Shamshu. Samir under pressure. Good one, good comeback. Just that half tracker, but hurried on to the batter now.
That's what he does. He puts that extra bit of pressure on you as a bowler and also as a opposition. Immediately that attacking thought from the bowler's mind goes out of the window. He had to bring his length back. Can't afford to be pitching up to this guy. That's what intent does to you.
And that's experience as well. You've seen how he's driven that first ball. Anything pitched up, you will be punished, but he's made sure he adjusted his length right. That will be a wide away from the tram line. Just trying to stay away from the hitting arc of Junaid Shamshu.
Yeah, trying to angle it across, but I'll be tempted to bowl at the stumps here. Bring one back, cramp him for room. Those 3 stumps are there for a reason, Rizwan Rahman. You look to hit them as often as possible, and that what it does is restrict the arms as well of the right-hander. You give him room, he's going to bludgeon you.
Straight down the ground, as easy as you like. Another one pitched up. Junaid Shamshu finds the fence. I reckon that is a 1 bounce boundary, but they will have a boundary check.
A super hit again from Junaid Shamsuddin. Absolutely clean as a whistle. And there was that little bit of width and a little bit of length. The umpire is waiting for the confirmation here. Terrific shot. Stand and deliver. Has it gone all the way? Oh, touch and go. What you reckon, Rizwan?
Just can't figure it out from here for sure. Tough one for the umpire. Could be a case of touch and go. The ball is nicely coming onto the bat. And as the evening progresses, I reckon it will be easier. Still waiting for the umpire's call.
Ahmed Khwaja said in his pitch report that it's been rolled in nicely. So you expect that hardness. And there you go, the confirmation is there. That's a first maximum from Junaid Shamsuddin in first biggie of the game.
Well, he's looking absolutely destructive right from ball 1, Junaid Shamshu. How can you stop this big man? Oh, good delivery. He's managed to find a way to come back, but how can you find the price scalp of Junaid Shamshu? It is imperative. The bowlers of Emirates Blues must need to find a way to get this big man out.
Oh, absolutely, and that was just about the perfect length, perfect line to Junaid Shamsuddin. You got to really cramp up for room. We have seen throughout this tournament and in his career, you give him room, you're in trouble. Now he's got to adjust here. It's going to be bowling to the left-hander for the first time. Shahrukh Amin on strike, third man and deep square leg, looking to take the ball away from him.
A nicely bowled, cramped for room, and respecting the good delivery is Shahrukh Amin. Good news to all the UAE cricket fans. UAE has beaten Japan by 8 wickets and they qualify for the World Cup.
That's a big news for the fans of UAE and all the players as well who's taken part. Must be pretty proud of the work done and good show with the bat, chasing a comfortable total. They've done really well.
The two close games against Nepal and Oman, and they had to win this to qualify. And wonderful effort from the bowling department of UAE, and then with the bat, Alishan Sherfo and Wasim contributing. 1 over gone, 12 for none.
Safi Tarak behind the stumps with the glove on today. And it's going to be Sanjay Pahel to bowl from the Bukhatar end. It will be a very interesting battle how he goes about his work, especially against Junaid.
Well, he's got that military medium pace, but has that tendency to skid through the surface, and has got a lot of tricks up his sleeve. Watch out for his variations, Sanjay Pahel. Oh, drifting down the leg side. Not great feet movement from Junaid. As you rightly mentioned, he believes in see ball, hit ball concept. His hand-eye coordination has been quite impressive, but technically, to sort of anchor the innings and to stay longer, you need to get that feet moving.
That's a fair point, Rizwan, but who cares about the feet movement, especially these days? Good batting pitches and you can afford to hit through the line. The technique gets tested when the ball does something out of the ordinary. He gets away with it. Another good delivery. He cramped him for that extra bit of space and got big on him.
The idea was right. There was a lot of real estate on offer towards the onside. Empty mid-wicket, empty long on, and just did not get the connection right, but they managed to pick up a couple of runs.
This time pulled, and pulled quite hard. Straight to Nasser for as well. So Sanjay Pahal, he's made a conscious effort of not bowling wide to Junaid Shamsuddin, and that's what you want.
He likes anything onto his body, anything which is half tracker in the slot is got that ability to power hit towards the onside mid-wicket cow corner region, Junaid Shamsu. So far, decent start from Sanjay Pahal. 3 runs so far.
Worked round the corner. Beautiful from Shah Rukh Amin. He didn't try to hit it hard. He knew that there was square leg, so he waited and went behind square for 4.
It's his first boundary, and what a way to get his boundary. Half tracker, using the pace on offer, just guiding it to perfection towards the fine leg region. And just when we thought they've kept Junaid Shamsu at bay, easy pickings for Shah Rukh Amin.
He's very strong in that area. Very, very strong square of the wicket on either side. You've got to get the ball up and going away from Shah Rukh Amin.
Straight down the ground. Shah Rukh Amin finds fence yet again. 2 boundaries on the trot for the man in form.
That's amazing timing here from Shah Rukh. Look at, he didn't try to hit it hard. Just a check drive. More of a forward defense and a little bit of extension of those arms. Shah Rukh Amin is a player to watch in this competition. The way he's playing, the way he's timing the ball.
Who has knocked him over? What a delivery from Sanjay Pahal, and what a way to come back after being taken to 2 boundaries on the trot.
Well, commentators curse. He was playing so well, and against the runner play, may have got a bit of an inside edge. Let's have a look. Oh yes, there was an inside edge. Just playing outside the line. Perfect length. Great result for Sanjay Pahal and Emirates Blues. They strike. Shah Rukh Amin departs early here. 23 for 1. Samir, he's got his work cut out. His first over went for 12. So it's a good opportunity for him to redeem himself here, but he's going to be bowling to two players, both in devastating form. Ansh Tandon walks in at 3. Right now, he's got to contend with Junaid Shamsuddin.
Well, he's looking absolutely dangerous, Junaid Shamsu. Raised on to 14 of 7 deliveries. Oh, slightly away from the off-stump channel. The bit of movement there as well. That was exactly what Samir would be looking at.
And that's a replay of the last dismissal. Just a little bit of hesitation, not committing to the stroke, the bat going well away from the body, and he was trying to defend. That's all it takes, Rizwan. Batting and batsmanship is the margin of error is so minimal.
Oh, absolutely. You have to be spot on, especially in the power play against Junaid Shamsu. This is skied up in the air, fielder settling underneath it and falls short of the fielder at the square leg region.
Tough chance because both those two fielders, shot fine and square leg, had plenty of distance to cover and couldn't get close to it. But this is good bowling from Samir. He cramped him once again for room. Well, a desperate sort of dive or effort was required because it's Junaid Shamsuddin. He's the big fish. You got to put your body on the line when the chance comes around.
I was going after each and every delivery. I think you've got to understand it's the top order who has contributed significantly in the entire tournament so far. So one of the batters will have to stay till the end. But I reckon he will still adapt that aggressive approach in the power play. Good delivery. Ansh Tandon just arrived at the crease. He's in sublime form as well. Both the batters yet to get off the mark. Those are leg byes on that occasion.
Ansh Tandon, he's been very, very impressive. Inspiring young leader, doing well at the top of the order. So is the likes of Ronak Panoli. So plenty of young leaders around the scene here, and that's good to see. You know, it's 15 of 9 deliveries, looking to play his natural game.
A huge appeal, and I reckon that did pitch outside leg.
Easy to see, and therefore Imran Manir, who's seen it all, got a smile on his face. Another top umpire. His decision making has been spot on. And certainly one where we will watch him at the international scene. He's done a remarkable job at domestic level.
Pulled and pulled in style, using the full pace that has been offered to Junaid Shamsu. He gets one towards the onside for a boundary.
A short pull 4. That's the result. If you are going to bounce Junaid Shamsuddin, you got to have that extra bit of pace and that direction. A short ball on middle leg stump, that's not the sort of length you would want to be operating, and he gets hammered for 4.
Oh, that was off-pace delivery. A slow bumper from Samir, which will end the over. A good comeback from Samir, just given away 5 runs of it. 3 gone, 29 for 1. Emirates Blues have been in sublime form. 4 wins out of 5. The men in blue have been painting the town red. Quite impressive throughout ever since the addition of Asif Khan. It has given that additional cushion. When you have a senior statesman, the entire team, you will grow in confidence. Very good outing so far for the men in blue in the tournament. Ansh Tandon against Sanjay Pahel tries to whack one towards the onside, beaten for pace. And what have we seen? We've seen so many changes with the glove work, Asghar Khan. We've seen Kamran Atta initially donning the gloves, then it was Safir Tariq, now Ahmed Tariq donning the gloves.
Can't get my head around what's going on in the middle, but there may be a reason. But we haven't seen any injuries, apparently.
Always an opportunity. Good bowling from Sanjay Pahel. I'm not too sure if that was required, but that would not do much of a damage. Nabil Aziz also has been quite impressive with the ball. Asif Khan Lala rolled his arm over a couple of times in this tournament. Good bunch of team. We haven't seen Ajay Kumar today. Another wonderful left arm seam option for Emirates Blues.
Again, worked around the corner. They got that fielder quite fine, which is the right move. Yeah, coming back to what you said, Ajay Kumar. Rested. He's been phenomenal as well. That left arm angle. It's a long tournament, and this one, you know that you have to back it up day by day. Sometimes that body doesn't quite feel right, so they need a break.
Yeah, absolutely. You need that rest when you have quick games, quick turnaround times. Oh, that's slammed over the covers for a boundary.
Once again, a little bit of width, and he loves it. Uses a pretty heavy willow as well. Big blade, big broad shoulders. And even if he gets a half of that middle of the bat, it just races to the fence.
Looking dangerous is Junaid Shamshu. He's currently at number 2 in the batting leaderboard, scoring 226 runs already, and is contributing in every single game. And Kamran Atta at number 1 with 240. And do you know how many maximums he's got in this tournament? 19 maximums, 17 boundaries, 2 half centuries to his name. Yet to see a century in the D20 so far.
That is missing, obviously. But these guys have a wonderful tournament, like you mentioned, and still a long way to go. Kamran Atta, she's really showing his class. 19 sixes, that's a lot. Oh, wonderful delivery. Absolutely beautifully bowled. Went away off the seam. 4 overs gone, 35 for 1.
Samir will continue inside edge onto the pads, ricocheting off the pads. Well, he's found the rhythm. They're on course at the moment, just slightly below 8.5 runs and over. But what is important is these two batters will have to bat deep. We know the kind of batting strength Team Emirates Blues possesses. So it's imperative that these batters will have to bat deep, and they need to look somewhere beyond 180, 190.
Conditions are perfect for batting so far. Big shot. Goes all the way. That's a magnificent strike here. Taken. For a moment I thought that is gone all the way, but it just picked out the man.
Well, that was high, and we all thought in the Comberg it was sailing over the boundary ropes, but a wonderful catch in the end by Sanjay Pahal. It had the height but not the distance. A very expensive wicket, price scalp of Junaid Shamshu. He'll have to walk back. Ajman lose their second wicket, 35 for 2.
$35 for 2 after 4.2 overs. Sameer has got a big wicket. That was a well thought out plan, having that long on back and got rid of Junaid. That's a big blow. It's a blessing in disguise to see Lovepreet getting an opportunity in early. Fine young player. That's nicely played. Eased away on the offside. Coming back for the couple. He's a beautiful timer of the ball, Lovepreet. When playing well, he's got all the shots. He needs a big season as well to really remind the selectors of his potential in that middle order, especially in the 50-over game. Decent comeback. His first over went for quite a few. Went for 12 in fact. Since then he has been able to create that pressure. Oh, another good delivery. Playing down the wrong line there. And that one went the other way. Was playing for that in-swinger. Trying to play through mid-wicket. Leading edge and goes to third man. Very important early on in an innings to just get yourself going. Offer the full face of the bat, rather than trying to play across the line. On top of his mark, really running in. And swinger clipped away on the onside for a single. Ansh Tandon, it's been a slow start for him. He likes to go big, but right now they've kept him quiet.
Lovepreet Singh Bajwa, wonderful opportunity for him to score some runs under his belt. We know he's technically very sound, but he's got to perform today. A lot would rely upon this young batter, Lovepreet Singh Bajwa. Sameer, brilliant comeback. Remember, he went for 13 in the first over, but what a way to come back, picking up wickets. Good delivery. That's the exact channel what he would be aiming for. 5 overs gone, 39 for 2.
$39 for 2 after 5. Shai Butta introduced into the attack for the first time. He's the quickest of them all with his height as well. He does generate fair pace. But Asif Khan will be hoping that he can find his rhythm straight away here. Starts off with a loose offside off stump, but gets away with it.
Another prolific bowler. It's always what has amazed me is the vision of different captains in this tournament so far. We've seen some captains opting to go with spinners in the power play. We've seen Ayhan Afzal Khan given the opportunity yesterday. They amassed 232 runs, Sharjah, and in response, they started off with Ayhan Afzal Khan, and what has he done? Picked up 3 wickets in the first over. And I quite like the approach, and each player, each skipper, what we've seen is they have a different approach altogether, and it has given them the results that they've actually desired for.
It's all about sticking to something which really works for you, and they have stuck to those plans by the management and the captain, and that's the way to go. You need to come up with those plans, what really suits you. And different teams have different sort of ideology of how they want to go about things.
Absolutely. Khalid Shah, look at that shot, look at that connection in the slot, and the moment it hit the sweet spot, we knew it was sailing all the way for a maximum.
He's the man in form. We have seen this numerous occasion, hitting over the top. That was clean as a whistle. Not easy to hit someone as tall as Shahid Bhutta down the ground with minimum force all the way. Look at those eyes. It just let up once he saw that one up in the slot. Great balance at the crease. Terrific result for Einstein. Nasser Faraz here in the background, just testing out the willow from Lovepreet. Well, they've managed to rescue the ball back, which is a good news. That brand new ball getting a bit of a beating there, hitting those stands. Shahid Bhutta. Will this annoy him and make him furious? And he digs one in short at good pace. Fast bowlers, they don't like to be hit down the ground.
Didn't quite connect it, hitting the toe end of the bat. He was looking for the similar sort of a shot on that occasion. Unstanden, Shahid Bhutta, lucky that it didn't connect on that occasion.
Was perhaps looking to hit the ball too hard there on that occasion, Ansh. Bit too full, got away with it. It's a great opportunity for Lovepreet here. I think he just needs to settle himself in here for a big one.
Well, absolutely, he needs to take that responsibility of the middle over phase. Lovepreet Singh Bajwa, we all know he's a beautiful batter. Look at that delivery from Shahid Bhutta, just nipping off the surface, and that bit of extra bounce as well has completely befuddled Lovepreet Singh Bajwa.
A cracking delivery, wasn't it? This one, Rahman, it just pitched and took off, and that would have made Lovepreet think twice before getting onto that front foot against a tall bowler.
Yeah, that's exactly a dream delivery for a pacer. I tell you what, despite losing those 2 wickets, I think they're still all right in terms of the run rate. Beautiful delivery, nicely defended by Lovepreet Singh Bajwa. That will bring us to the end of the power play, 48 for 2.
48 for 2 after 6 overs. You can safely say that power play went even Stevens. 2 wickets, 48 runs, 8 runs per over. Time for Nabil Aziz. And he's learned his lessons, straight away opting to go over the wicket. And that ball just turned in a fraction. How much spin will be on offer? That is a big question right now.
Another brilliant left-arm spinner. Oh, there was a sharp turn there. That should answer your question, Asghar Khan. Yeah, you need to use the surface properly, hit the right areas. That will be a wide, but there was a sharp bit of turn on that occasion.
A couple of nights ago, he wasn't able to utilize that turn. He's got to bowl the right line here. Wide of off stump, turning it back and finishing around off stump. That's should be the idea from Nabil. Now he's going to be bowling to the right hand. A much easier angle for the left arm spinner. Pushed away for a quick single. There's going to be overthrows now. Good backing up.
It's good to see they have opted to go with Hunain as well. Right arm leggy. They are giving that opportunity. He was a bit expensive the other day in the first over. They're backing him up. This is exactly what I say. You need to back your players. Another brilliant delivery. Bit of sharp turn once again. And when you back them up, they will grow in confidence and they will deliver.
Good delivery this time and good field setting as well, straight to mid wicket. Here is one. It's a confidence game, and when that confidence has been given to you, that clarity of thought from the management and the captain, it really pays off. You can't go out there and perform at your best when you're in that undecisive mindset, whether you're going to not play the next game or not. That sort of environment doesn't help you. Nicely tucked around the corner. 7 gone, 52 for 2 Ajman.
Seven was 152 for 2, and we now are going to witness Asif Khan rolling his arm over for the first time in the match today. Has bowled well in the previous games, and joining me in the combox as Asghar takes a break is Ahmed Khwaja. Welcome back, Ahmed.
Thank you very much, Riz. Picked up towards the onside, but will find the square leg. Yeah, with 2 left-handers at the crease, some part-time off-spin can be useful. Asif Khan, we've seen he's been quite effective with the ball in this edition of the D20. So much experience, so much knowledge, so much know-how. So it's a shrewd choice, I would say. Once again, pulled hard and finds the gap at cow corner. Nicely put away by Lovepreet.
Yeah, that was meant to be punished. It was a half tracker, and cashing on the opportunity is Lovepreet Singh Bajwa. Easy pickings for him. Had to roll back and get that boundary.
Yeah, beg your pardon, 1 left-hander at the crease, not 2. Ajman have found their form recently in the D20. That stunning run chase against Dubai a couple of evenings ago. He's picked it up towards square leg and will clear with ease. Tremendous timing from Lovepreet.
That was massive from Lovepreet Singh Bajwa. Remember, it's the longer boundary on the onside, and in any ground it would have been a maximum. It was in the slot, and easy pickings for Lovepreet Singh Bajwa.
Definitely not seeing as much turn on this wicket number 6. Yesterday it was all about the dew. 232 runs smashed by Sharjah. And looks like it's going to be another high scoring day. Asif Khan having a quiet word with Shahid Bhutta. I think they need to get that leg spin bowler Hunain involved as soon as possible. Good momentum being picked up by this partnership. They lost Shamsu and Shahrukh Amin early. Took a bit of time to settle in and now looking to counter-punch. And with the kind of firepower Emirates Blues have in their batting, you really need to push. 170, 175 feels like a bare minimum score. What a delivery to get through the defense of Shahrukh Amin. And Shamsu just didn't realize there was a long on in place. Trying to chip it over. Simple catch for Sanjay Pahel. Good delivery to conclude, but the damage is done. 63 for 2 at the end of 8. Aziz will continue. First over was a tidy one. And they've got him operating from the right end. It is the bigger onside boundary. He really has been very effective against the spinners, Ansh Tandon. Suited him, enhanced his performances in this D20. They have a really good young core of batters, Ajman, Lovepreet, Ansh himself, Shahrukh Amin. We saw Hamdan Tahir earlier in the tournament as well. And these are the kinds of lads who, if they have a good T20 tournament, it could be a breakthrough moment in their careers. That was short and wide. He's missed out.
Well, I was just adding to what you just said, Ahmed Khwaja. I was having a chat with the UAE national players who have come from the ranks of D series. I did ask them how much of a difference is it when you're playing at the domestic level here and when you're playing against the associate nations. And the answer was pretty much straightforward. They said there's nothing to do with, there's not much of a difference in terms of cricket, but it's the pressure that you're wearing the UAE jersey. That pressure, you need to carry that forward. How will you stabilize yourself and how will you get those runs? That is what is important. Cricket more or less remains the same.
Yeah, the badge can feel heavy for sure. You're playing for a nation, you're representing a nation. And always in the back of your mind, it's that fear of failure that creeps up. If you can compartmentalize that, then you can certainly have success even at the highest level. A testing over from Nabil. Only 3 runs scored off it, 67 for 2. Asif Khan will continue, even though he didn't bowl a great first over. Pitch seems to be on the slower side this evening, Rizwan.
Yeah, certainly not coming out of the bat. Initially, we thought in the first over it seems to be all right, but rightly mentioned, certainly not coming onto the bat. Asif Khan took a bit of tap in the first over, a boundary and a maximum. Ansh Tandon trying to go big towards the onside, but he likes to take the challenge head on. And he would definitely want to create some turbulence, pick up a wicket here, break this partnership.
Yeah, he's struggled to time the ball this evening, Ansh. No such concerns for Lovepreet, but you do feel the second half of this first inning, they need to score at least another 100 runs to really challenge the Blues. Quick on his feet, a misfield at short mid. Not much damage done though, only a single.
Bare minimum, that is bare minimum, as you rightly mentioned. 160 is what they would be ideally looking for when you have some quality batters in the ranks of Emirates Blues. Asif Khan opening the innings alongside Ahmed Tariq, Kamran Atta, Rais Ahmed, Sanjay Pahal. They all can bat, they all can contribute.
Is this long enough? Yes, it is. Into the Sachin Tendulkar stand once more from Ansh Tandon.
We did everything right, just that last delivery. Loosener from Asif Khan and finds the maximum. Easy pickings for Ansh Tandon. It was in his slot, just waited for it fractionally and he gets that in the stands. 10 overs gone and it's time for drinks.
So the game is delicately poised here. 76 for 2 at the halfway point. Lovepreet and Ansh once again building up this partnership. Just slightly behind where they would like to be perhaps. So this is a very crucial passage of play. Usually after a drinks break something tends to happen. Either way. Good fielding effort there by Hunain. Yet to see him involved in the action.
So far, decent from Nabil Aziz, but would love to pick up a wicket here, there. And what are we seeing here? Looking at the field as well, we've seen 3 keepers in this inning so far. Initially, it was Safir Tariq who was donning the gloves. Then it was Ahmed Tariq. And now I reckon it's Kamran Atta. And this is play towards the onside, but straight to the fielder.
Yeah, luxury of options for Emirates Blues. Kamran Atta has certainly been wicketkeeper number 1, even though Safir Tariq is perfectly capable. On the attack is Asif Khan. Slip in place for Lovepreet, even though he's well set. So perhaps sensing that something is about to give here.
Well, I do understand you've got to play the situation, but my concern has been those dot deliveries. You've got to make sure you keep rotating the strike. You can't afford to have too many dot deliveries. That will create an extra bit of pressure, and when the pressure is created, there's always an element of risk where you tend to pick up wickets.
Yeah, that is something that our young batters certainly need to work on, refine their game. Nicely cut away, but there is that deep cover. So Nabil Aziz is providing some very effective economical overs here for the Blues.
Yeah, so far extremely bowled well, Nabil Aziz.
Oh, right through the gate. Look at that one turn in sharply. There is a polite inquiry with the leg umpire, but I think he was within his crease. But you never know. We'll go upstairs.
Yeah, we can see the ball turning a bit, especially from the Sharjah Cricket Academy, and rightly so. A soft inquiry. It's been referred upstairs just to make sure that he is well. I think he's just dragged his feet back.
Yeah, good spatial awareness there from Ansh. That back foot was in the air for a millisecond, but got it back quickly. Big long stride. Kamranata sharp with the gloves, but I think he's A-okay. But certainly bowling beautifully here is Nabil Aziz. 11 overs gone, 7-9 for 2. And Asif Khan will continue, even though he's taken a bit of tap. I do feel that these two batters will take a chance in this over. And he certainly does. And pumps it over long on for 6.
It's easy pickings for Lovepreet Singh Bajwa. Nabil Aziz has managed to keep him at bay, but anything in the slot, he will punish you. Another one that's gone for a maximum.
Flat hit and well timed. And this time on the pull. And this will be 4. Great effort put in the deep. But that was hit with some ferocious power.
Well, Asif Khan will have to do something different. He's bowling those full length deliveries and easy pickings for Lovepreet Singh Bajwa. That one was a long hop, but bisecting the fielder there, getting a boundary.
He's not getting turned, that's the problem. And good running between the wickets. This is excellent innings construction from Lovepreet. 6 boundary and then get to the other end. So Ajman are building up a head of steam here. Current run rate heading towards 8 per over. So 160, 170. Certainly within range. And that's what I've enjoyed. This pairing has been very productive in the D20.
I quite like the approach now. They were respecting the good deliveries from a full-time bowler of Nabil Aziz's caliber, targeting Asif Khan Lala and getting those runs comfortably.
Yeah, I'm not sure why Asif Khan is insistent on bowling here when nothing is really happening. It's just allowing Ajman to settle in and build up that platform for a big score. 92 for 2 at the end of 12. Into his final over. Excellent economy rate so far. I've liked the way he's mixed it up this evening, Nabil Aziz.
He'll be certainly looking for a wicket just to find something for himself. He's bowled exceptionally well. Oh, nicely played. Waited for it. He's kept them at bay, Ahmed Khwaja.
Yeah, he certainly has. But I'm sure Ansh Tandon is eyeing that square leg mid-wicket region. He does play that slog sweep really well. Will have to connect it cleanly though. It is the bigger onside boundary. He's been bogged down a touch. 22 of 26. Once again, that sharp turn. Maybe just pitching it in the rough.
I think it's to do with the end as well, Ahmed. We've seen Nabil Aziz getting the ball to do the talking. Sharp turn yet again on that occasion.
Quick single taken. Yeah, from where he's pitching the ball, that is where the right arm seamers land the ball from the Bukhatir end. So to a left-hand batter, certainly there's something to work with. And he certainly kept him at bay. Oh, look at that one. Turning off the straight. What a beauty.
Beautiful delivery from Nabil Aziz. It caught him by surprise completely. That's the area that he's been targeting and is delivering there.
Fabulous spell. Oh, beats him all, ends up again. This time it pitched on leg and fizzed over the off stump. Just 12 runs conceded in 4 overs. Outstanding. 94 for 2, Ajman. Asif Khan into his final over. Gone at 11 runs per over. So that pressure has been created and then released from one end. Nabil Aziz with a testing spell, but they've taken runs freely off Asif Khan. Change in the com box as Rizwanur Rahman takes a break. Asghar Khan, good evening.
Good evening, Ahmed Khwaja. They made a conscious effort of going after Asif Khan. I think that's a calculated sort of move which has really paid dividends.
It certainly kept them in the game. Goes towards cow corner and great fielding by Nabil Aziz. That is +3 in his tally. What a fielding effort.
Top class work from the youngster. You need to be very, very good in the field along with the other skills, and that was a wonderful stop.
He's on the move again. Certainly getting in the steps this evening. He was just hanging around towards deep extra. Didn't get square enough. And hence Asif Khan is not amused.
Top class placement. Hit it bit finer this time. So back-to-back sprints there for Nabil Aziz.
This time looking to go behind point. Just sliding the ball through. No real turn from the Bukhatir end. And in the end, it was a better over from Asif Khan. They will pick up 2. So 100 up at the 14 over mark for Ajman. The platform is well set. So Shahid Bhutta should be relatively fresh. Only 1 over in the power play. 36 legal deliveries remaining. Ajman would like to get 70 plus at least. Firm off drive. And this is fabulous batting from Lovepreet Singh Bajwa.
Excellent use of the feet. Not an easy shot to execute against the big fast bowler, as he's prepared to take calculated chances. So far so good. Solid knock coming in from Lovepreet, but it is a sort of start, Ahmed Khwaja, you would like to convert.
Yeah, I like that he didn't try to overhit the ball. Just time it, beat the fielder. They're still keeping mid-off up for Lovepreet. And anything short, you do feel he'll take a chance towards the shorter onside boundary. So Shahid needs to be careful. Didn't quite time it from the middle. Well, Ansh Tandon, 28 of 33. I think it's go time.
Absolutely. They bowled well to him. And he's been in very, very good form. Possibly just taking his time, waiting for his moment. And it's very important that he finishes off on a big high here.
Yeah, absolutely. When you've faced 5.5 overs, the onus is on you to finish the job. Losing a wicket at this stage, it would make it a counterproductive knock. But like you mentioned, they've bowled well to him. Not offered him anything in the slot, not too much width. Current run rate will take them to around 150-ish. But the pitch is playing well and that doesn't feel like it will be enough.
Yeah, different surface today. Especially the way it's behaved, Ahmed Khwaja. One feels score of 170 is par on this track.
Yeah, bare minimum. Especially when Asif Khan will be opening for the opposition. Just feels like it's a bit on the slower side, this wicket. What do you reckon, Asghar?
Yeah, we have seen slow conditions and quite a bit of turn for spinners. Especially Nabil is getting the ball to turn. So later on, they got a couple of quality spinners. Assam Mathieu and Ankush Sagwan.
Yeah, you make an excellent point. Muzammil as well with the new ball. He did get Asif Khan out earlier when these two teams faced up in the group stage. I remember quite clearly. He is always the big fish. Such a psychological blow if Asif Khan falls early. Oh, very well executed slow bouncer. No single there. Just the way that trampoline-like bounce.
Yeah, a bit of tennis ball bounce. That's a wonderful delivery from Shahid Bhutta. Not an easy skill to bowl that slow bumper and get it absolutely right. And it just dipped on him at the last second.
I think the first time I ever saw that was from Sean Pollock. Playing in Asian conditions. New ball. White ball. Difficult stuff. So he developed that delivery in the late 90s, mid 2000s perhaps. And since then it's become a standard weapon, especially in T20 all over the world. Taken on the full but can't get past the mid-off. In the end it's a tidy over from Bhutta. 108 for 2. Sanjay Pahel did provide that early breakthrough. Now a return spell. It's a miscue, but is it long enough? It still is. Ansh Tandon enjoyed that one.
He's so strong. Anything back of a length and on a slow surface, that's sort of delivery he thrives on. Forced it off the back foot and went a long way. Although it was a short boundary towards that part of the ground, but still it's a good hit.
That was nowhere near the middle. If it was, it would have been on the roof. So he's certainly got a good stick in his hand. And now he's catching up with the strike rate as well. It's been a superb partnership. They don't bat deep. So that's why this pair taking the onus was such an important thing for Ajman.
Well, they got the foundation now. They laid the foundation. It's now time to really explode from both ends. They will need another 50, 60 at least, 12 runs per over to get to that 170 mark.
Yeah, they've got Yahya, Abdur Rahman, Saghir as well, who can be explosive players. Will be a wide. Well, I think that's a tad unlucky because you saw Ansh moving in his crease. Sometimes you need to offer that leeway to the bowlers.
Absolutely, 100% Ahmed Khwaja. Because like the batters, they get benefit of the doubt. And the bowlers, they also, especially if someone just moves at the last minute, and then they should be getting that.
They say it should be a virtual tram line. The problem is Ansh is trying to drag everything to the onside when he's in the slog mode. Needs to develop that chip shot over extra cover as well.
Especially on pitches like this, it becomes very tough for you to play that shot through the onside. Slowness of the track, it's hard to drag it on the leg side.
He's certainly at the right age now, 23, 24, batting really well. And I think it's high time the national team think tank. You always want to improve. You don't want to rest on your laurels of making the World Cup. Where can the team be further improved? And we've seen with this management, you perform at the D series level, you will get picked for the national team.
That's a very encouraging sign for these youngsters. And they're putting their hand up. We have seen some wonderful performances already in this competition. Kamranata doing wonders with the bat, with the gloves. So all is being watched very closely.
Yeah, even Junaid Shamsu has been brilliant. Struck on the pads, but clearly... Oh, it's given! I thought it may have pitched outside leg, but umpire GB Alex concurs with Sanjay Pahel.
Very interesting call. Because it had to pitch on the stumps and then straighten down the line to come back. Well, it did pitch on the stumps. May have just clipped leg stump at best.
Yeah, that was pretty straight. I think that's a spot-on decision. Ansh is disappointed, but he missed a straight one. And Sanjay Pahel, the man with the golden arm, strikes for the Blues. 117 for 3 now, Ajman. The end of a long partnership. Yahya Abdul Rahman played a stunning finisher's role in that 200 chase a couple of evenings ago. Certainly can't strike the ball clean. He's new to the UAE, very highly rated. But sometimes it's tough to get used to the conditions. You don't really play a lot of floodlit cricket back home or with so much dew. That's a lovely shot to get off the mark. And great fielding. Nabil Aziz. He is like a cat on a hot tin roof tonight.
Oh, certainly. Nabil is really putting up that extra bit of effort. And talking about Jaya, yeah, heard quite a lot about him. Especially he possesses enormous ability, clean striker of the ball. And it's always refreshing to see such talent.
Yeah, we're always curious to see the next big thing in the UAE. That's better. Apply yourself. Don't try to go hell for leather right from ball one. Successful over for Emirates Blues. 119 for 3. So the slog overs have well and truly arrived. They do have wickets in hand, Ajman. Shahid Bhutta will continue from the academy end. Was in the slot, just couldn't get underneath it there, Lavi.
Shuffled across and Bhutta just went a little wide. There was a very narrow gap between mid-off and cover. Mid-off up on the offside, so there's opportunity for him if he can get it through over the top. Lovepreet will be looking to express Ahmed Khwaja.
Yeah, they're certainly baiting him into that shot with keeping mid-off up. The deep cover fielder is more towards cover point, so there's a yawning gap. If he can penetrate that offside ring. Not easy though against Shahid Bhutta. Well played. Right in the block hole. That just shows how the wonderful hands that Lovepreet has.
Oh, he's a wonderful young player. Another one of those young players, the batting talent of UAE. He'll be looking for a big sort of winter, couple of tournaments to really put him back on that national selection radar.
Especially in the 50 over format. He's already been capped by the UAE in ODIs. Got the nod versus West Indies a couple of seasons ago. So good to see that he is in the reckoning, no doubt about that. Good fielding. Sanjay Pahal, such a great all-round cricketer with the bat, ball in the field. He truly is A+ in all the departments.
Oh, absolutely. He's got great hands in the field. Athletic, especially for a tall man. And someone who bowls, someone who bats sometime. That important facet of the game, that fielding. Not many who can put up their hand in all three departments.
Yeah, he'll be representing the Desert Vipers in the upcoming season of the ILT20. Was outstanding in the development tournament. Oh, change of pace delivery. Very nicely disguised by Shahid Bhutta. And Yahya was through the shot very early.
Excellent stuff here from Shahid Bhutta. Change of pace. He's been very, very good here at the back end. Yahya, he's got to find that sometime, that middle game where you can rotate strike, get few sighters and then get going. Can't afford to play dot balls here.
It's not easy coming in after the 15-16 over mark. You're expected to time the ball immediately, find the boundaries at will. Easier, much easier said than done. Oh, wonderful. Now the slower back of length delivery. Shahid Bhutta showing all his tricks tonight.
Top class skill set on show here from Shahid Bhutta. Bowling it into the surface. Maybe this is a clue for Ajman bowlers as well. Someone like Saheed does really well those slow bumpers into the wicket.
Yeah, you make an excellent point. Use your variations. Keep the batters guessing. Keep them honest. Stunning over. Only one run off it. Can he finish it well though? He most certainly can. Brilliant bowling. 120 for 3. 3 overs to come. Well, interesting move coming in from the Blues. Now Mohammad Hunain Munawwar is coming in to bowl his leg break. And the slog overs certainly is a big examination of the young man. But he executed that role, I believe, in the previous match as well. Picked up 2 or 3 wickets, so he certainly doesn't mind. Lovepreet will certainly be eyeing that long on cow corner mid-wicket boundary. So let's see if he can get it right. Exciting young leg spinner. It starts off well, good areas.
It can go either way, especially with 2.5 overs now remaining. They will have to take few chances. Mid-wicket, long on and deep square leg on the onside.
He does like that punch over extra cover as well, Lavi. Big top edge. No single there. So the runs have dried up for Ajman in the last 2 overs.
Excellent delivery though from the leg spinner. Good temperament. Just held his length.
Not timed cleanly. They will push for 2. Oh, a misfield race. Just took his eye off the ball.
It's really important that not only that an extra run, but it brings Lovepreet, who's more accomplished, back on strike.
Yeah, perhaps look for a sweep behind square or that reverse hit towards short third. He's struggling to hit the ball down the ground. Deep cover is in action, but we'll watch it. 1 bounce. Expertly placed by Lovepreet Singh Bajwa.
A hard shot to execute, but he did really well to wait and wait for that extra bit of second to force it off the back foot. Almost went for 6.
Fabulous shot. Like you mentioned, to place it like that off the back foot is not easy at all. Terrific technique, light on his feet. And he will go all the way to raise his 50. What a champion's innings from Lovepreet.
That is one of the most meaningful half centuries from Lovepreet because he needed that knock. Even better shot. Ajman getting a little too predictable here. Bowling it slow and bit short. And another terrific shot off the back foot.
Big smiles. And why not? It was an important knock for the team. It's not always about personal milestones. Oh, he's climbed into it. And it will travel. Back-to-back maximums.
Over which started off quite well for the young leg spinner. It is ended with a great result for Ajman. Big over. 18 of it. 18 gone. 138 for 8.
So the momentum slightly shifting because of that big over for Ajman. It's picked up and it sails away into the Sachin Tendulkar stand. Full toss dispatched.
Exactly the kind of delivery he was hoping for. Yaya struggling in the previous over. Gets a big full toss. And it's gone all the way for 6. Perfect start to the 19th over. And Yaya will be feeling much more confident now.
They have taken 18 runs off the last 3 deliveries. Hand towels are out. Very lucky to get away with that one, Shahid Bhutta. Height. That should settle the Rahman for that early boundary against Shahid Bhutta. Good comeback delivery. And he does the right thing. Just feed the beast. Lovepreet Singh Bajwa.
Perfect Yorker. Exactly what he was trying even in that first delivery, but it turned out to be a full toss. Not easy to bowl those Yorkers, especially when you bend your back, try to bowl as quick as possible in the block hole. It turns out to be a full toss.
Emirates Blues have rarely been challenged in this D20 so far, but tonight could be interesting. We know Ajman, they're a fearless side. They don't boast of the biggest names in the UAE, but they're a proper team unit, well gelled, and they play for each other's success.
That's a very good point you make. It's all about that unity, that morale in the camp, and you're playing as a tight unit that brings the best out of any team.
And they have perhaps the best spin unit in the tournament so far. Oh, mid-off was up. Lovepreet has missed out on that occasion. He's disappointed.
The bottom hand coming into play and he just dragged it. Couldn't really get under that one, Lovepreet. 62 of 42 deliveries. He's paced this innings wonderfully well.
Yeah, absolutely. He was the senior partner alongside Ansh. Then after his departure, he really cut loose. Now 170 is in sight, but they'll really need to bat well. They need another 24 runs. Miscue. And will be a single. Could be an interesting run chase if Asif Khan falls early.
Oh, absolutely. Couple of wickets and always, even a score of 150, 160 becomes a very challenging one. So it's all about that power play. If they get off to a good start, they should chase down, but wickets up front will make things very, very interesting.
And not just Asif Khan, Kamran Atta as well. If they can pick them up early, then anything is possible. Even though Nasir Faraz has had his moments in this tournament, Ahmed Tariq as well. Rais has been batting a bit too low for my liking. They've used him in that number 6, number 7 sort of role. He's a proper top 4 bat. Oh, delightfully played. This time he timed it and placed it for 4.
Great shot, a poor delivery once again there from Shahid Bhutta. It's not easy to bowl 6 Yorkers out of 6 deliveries. And twice in this over, he's been on the fuller side, hammered through cover for 4.
Not always easy to put away those low full tosses, especially when they pace on. But he's spent a lot of time at the crease. Arrived very early in the power play itself, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, that was when Shamsu got out. So he's attuned to the conditions. But still, they want more. You still feel they need around 170. Will retain the strike for the final 6 as well. 152 on board. So it's going to be the left armour, Mohammad Samir, to bowl the final over. Good to see him back in the D series. Used to represent Ajman for many, many seasons. Very fine bowler, but then had long injury layoffs. That always derails a fast bowler's career. But good to see that he's back amongst the fold with the top side. Can swing the ball in the air, lively pace. And just getting his first opportunity in the D20 this season. Has not bowled badly at all. But can he finish off well? That will be the key. Oh, full toss. He's missed out.
Yeah, good comeback game for Samir so far. First over went for 12. Ever since then, he's just found his groove. He's got the talent, but like you mentioned, those injuries, especially being a fast bowler, it takes a lot out of you in that rehab and becomes tough to get your body get back into that groove.
Yeah, more than the physical hurdles, mentally, psychologically, it really affects you. That whether you'll be the same bowler again, the same athlete again. Excellent slow bouncer. And he's always been a very intelligent, thinking fast bowler.
Yeah, he's got wonderful change of pace, decent Yorker as well. But I think at this stage, the plan is to bowl back of a length into the surface here.
Yeah, make them hit the ball square of the wicket. Don't drive it down the ground or towards the offside. So far, so good. That was on the body. He's hooked it, but there's a chance. Well taken by Hunain. He struggled with the ball, but no mistakes made in the field.
Excellent running catch. Big boundary, square of the wicket from this end, and that is a well thought out dismissal for Samir. Couldn't really get under that one, and the slowness didn't help. Excellent technique. Well, just bobbed out here for a moment, but he hung on to it. 4 down for 153. Yaya goes for 10.
Two for 22. It's been a very neat spell from Mohammad Samir. Saghir Khan coming in at 6. It's gone straight up. And couldn't get their race. Right on the edge of the boundary rope. Lucky escape.
It wasn't a chance because he had to run in those 20 odd yards and couldn't get to it. Another good slow bumper first up.
It's been a superb over. He's reset the damage done in the previous. So it does look like Ajman are not going to get up to 170. Sort of a middling score here. Oh, just overthought it. First looking for the ramp on the onside, then the scoop. In the end, it's a priceless dot delivery.
Outstanding bit of bowling. Really executing his skills here. And Lovepreet went a little too early to off stump and looking to ramp it round the corner. Then he pushed it across. Smart bowling there.
Yeah, the Blues bowling has been spot on apart from Asif Khan, who took a bit of tap. Everybody else was excellent. Final ball of the innings. I think he's nailed it. Oh, yeah. Burst out of the hands of deep mid. So 165 on board for Ajman, but that should have been taken.
No doubt about it. Ahmed Khwaja, he made a little mistake. I feel he needed to be a little on that edge of that boundary, and it went over his head. Fingertips. Perfect result for Lovepreet and Ajman. 160 for 4 after 20 overs is going to be a very, very interesting run chase.
Yeah, you do feel they're 10 runs short, but they have good spin resources. And if they can strike in the power play, it could be an intriguing match for sure. Lovepreet carrying his bat through with a fabulous knock. Ansh Tandon chipping in as well. Junaid Shamsu got them off to a bit of a start as well, alongside Shahrukh Amin. So with runs on board, you always have the confidence that you can perhaps defend them. 24 of 16 for Shamsu. Shahrukh Amin fell early. A good knock coming in from Ansh Tandon, 37. Although the strike rate is not great, but they needed that partnership at that stage. Beautiful 74 not out of 48 for Lovepreet. And Yahya got a quick fire 10 as well.
Innings was held together by Lovepreet and Ansh Tandon, and at the end, Lovepreet getting the job done. A decent score, 160 as far as bowling concerned. Pick of the bowlers there at the top. Samir doing a very good job on his comeback. 2 for 29, 2 for 28 for Sanjay Pahel. Shahid Bhutta was also impressive. Nabil Aziz wicketless but very economical, none for 12. And Asif Khan that got a bit of tap, almost going at 10 runs per over. 1 over from Onan cost them 18.
Taking a look at the highlights, it was Junaid Shamsu with the early aggression, was looking good. Bumped down the ground, that was a fabulous shot. Shahrukh Amin got an absolute pearl from Sanjay Pahel that went right through the gate. Junaid Shamsu, just one shot too many, miscued and didn't realize there was a long on in position. And after that, there was a long partnership between Ansh Tandon and Lovepreet Singh Bajwa. First, they did the rebuild and then took some calculated risks, especially against the off spin of Asif Khan. And when Ansh Tandon was set, he cleared the fence at will as well. Lovepreet with a fabulous knock Anytime Asif Khan missed his length, he pounced all over it and took his chances against Shahid Bhutta as well. That was a firm hit from Ansh Tandon, forcing it off the back foot, but then got done in by a beautiful delivery from Sanjay Pahal, just catching him on the pad. Lovepreet raised his 50 with a 6. Fabulous shot against Hunain, who went for 18 runs in his sole over. He really enjoyed that innings, and why not? And then really teed off in the death overs. Yahya did pick up a 6, but struggled overall. Couldn't deal with the variations coming in from Sameer and Shahid Bhutta. Eventually got caught at deep square leg. And the final ball of the innings pulled handsomely for 6 by Lovepreet as he came in undefeated. So 161 is the target for Emirates Blues. Stay tuned for their run chase.
Welcome back to Sharjah Cricket Stadium for the run chase of Emirates Blues against Ajman. Well, that's the batting card. Ajman batting first. 24 for Junaid Shamsu fell early. Shahrukh Amin for 8. 37 for Ansh Tandon. And a brilliant knock coming in at number 4 from Lovepreet, which provided the base for a score of 165 for 4. 166 is the target. And joining me in the comment box, Rizwan Rahman. Welcome back.
Thank you, Ahmed. Thank you very much, Asghar Khan. Brilliant bowling from Samir initially was expensive but came back really strong. 2 for 29, 2 for 28 for Sanjay Pahal, and the rest just could not contribute. But the pick of the bowlers was Nabil Aziz. Didn't get a wicket, but he's managed to put a lid on the scoring. None for 12 for him. But that's the equation. 3 runs and over with the kind of batting depth that team Emirates Blues possesses. It should be a straightforward one, but we've seen the way wicket has behaved on this surface. So considering that, they have opted to start with spin up against Asif Khan and Kamran Atta.
1-0 to Muzammil Qasim against Asif Lala, but they've right now gone in with Ankur Sagwan. It's a different tactic. Slip in place, Lovepreet. He's got great hands and that position, looking for an outside edge. It's going to be very important that they don't get into a defensive mindset, Ajman, because it's a strong batting lineup in form. You've got to look to pick up few early wickets.
I don't think so. They would opt for defensive mindset. Both the batters, they are known to be the aggressors. Both of them, we've seen how destructive they could be on a given day. Asif Khan, Behrouz and Kamran Atta. Lovepreet in the slip cordon. Play, says the umpire. Ankur Sangwan starting from the Sharjah Cricket Academy.
Tossed up. It's sky up in the air and mid-off coming around. It was Ansh Tandon. Couldn't really get a hand to it. Asif making his intentions pretty clear here.
Well, the plan is pretty simple. Don't let the bowlers come under your skin. Just go big right from ball 1. Well, didn't quite execute it to perfection. Lucky didn't actually got the sweet spot, falling in no man's land.
He's gone high again. Surely a chance mid-off. Ansh Tandon drops it. Can you believe it? He's got one of the safest hands in the game. Asif gets a big breakthrough.
Well, he had a lot of time to come underneath the ball. We've seen Asif Khan giving those opportunities. This one went miles up in the air. His eyes were glued to the ball, but in the process, well, he's grasped it. Big wicket put down.
Hard hands. It just rebounded quickly onto the floor. Kamran Atta, unorthodox but mighty effective, goes through the leg side for 4.
Both the batters showing that intention right from ball 1. What a start for the men in blue, Asif Khan. And then now it is Kamran Atta, marginally short, and he gets the connection right.
Good old-fashioned headband as well for Kamran Atta. Looks good on him. And Sagwan, it's been a eventful start for him. Flighted, and it's gone the distance. Kamran Atta showing his form. That's his 20th maximum of the tournament.
Seem to be in a hurry, these two batters in the slot, and he's hammered it. Beautiful shot from the blade of Kamran Atta. They are in a hurry. They want to finish things off quickly, and no wonder why they are leading the board as well.
Taking chances here against Ankur Sagwan. You got to feel for him. He could have had Asif on 2 occasions, certainly at least one, and that gets Kamran on strike. 10 of 2. It's all happening here at the Sharjah Cricket Stadium in this run chase. Slow turn off the back foot, pushed away on the offside.
Respecting good deliveries, but what a start with the batters. Yeah, that's lucky there, Asif Khan. That should have been taken. It could have been the first wicket for Ajman. Ansh Tandon usually has a safe pair of hands, putting one down. And yet again, Kamran Atta finds the boundary towards the mid wicket.
He's making Look, batting so easy. Look at that replay. Slog swept for 4. 17 of the first over. 17 for none. Time for more spin. Muzammil Qasim has been thrown the ball to make an impact. 1-0 against Asif Khan. He picked up him the other day. This is going to be a very interesting battle between these two. Starts off with a wide.
Yeah, both the teams have played already a game against each other. Remember, 2 rounds, round robin. Muzammil Qasim quite impressive with the ball, and Asif Khan, well, he will be mindful of the fact that he's picked him up earlier.
He'll be looking to dominate him. He goes through the offside. Majestic from Asif Khan. That's the first maximum.
Well, that's huge from Asif Khan, and that will definitely give him a lot of confidence. As easy as you like in this lot, played with the spin, and it's gone over the boundary fence for a maximum.
Tossed up, goes again, 6 more. This time much flatter, but the result is same. Back-to-back sixes for Asif Khan.
Well, that's the answer to your 1-0 question, Asghar Khan. 2 maximums. Would you call it 12-0? Well, another one in the slot, and he's hammered it.
This one bowlers always have more opportunity. It takes just one delivery to dismiss the batter, but right now Asif is firmly in control, and they're off to a magnificent start here. 1.3 overs, 30 for none. Blistering stuff from these two.
Onside, and ball will find the fence. The fielder had to cover a lot of distance. He knew the way the fielder was placed. Asif Khan Lala gets a boundary. This has been an expensive over for Team Ajman.
Another wrong one. Short arm jab. Huge space from the leg side. Mid-on is quite straight. This short mid-wicket shot fine. It was always tough for Shahrukh to get across to it. Launched around the ground. No question whatsoever about that one. That one has gone a long way. Asif Khan is answering few questions.
Well, he's certainly decimated him. Well, he's making a mockery of the bowling unit of Ajman. Well, not learning from his mistakes, and Asif Khan pounces on it.
Especially when you're short of runs, you need a slice of luck, and he got that in the first over. Dropped by Ansh Tandon, and now he's into his elements. Well, the umpire JB Alex having a close look at the ball because it was crashed into the stands. Drops it short. This is going to be another biggie or just short. Plugs in the outfield, but just enough to cross over the ropes.
Well, this has been an expensive over, and Asif Khan is on a roll. Too short and easy pickings for a batter of Asif Khan's caliber. They've raised on to 44 of just 2 overs.
.44 for none after 2 overs. Are we watching a T20 scorecard or a T10? I'm not quite sure. This is what.
Well, it's fireworks on display, and I think Asif Khan has taken the word seriously when Ahmed Khwaja asked him, when are you going to convert those 30s into big scores? And what a way to start. Oh, a bit of turn on that occasion. The call is for 2. Well, the running between the wickets also has been quite impressive. And in fact, they look for 3. And Asif Khan says no.
Well, Ahmed Khwaja, he's a big fan of Asif Khan. So is all of us. He's a great entertainer, and he's been short of runs. He's shown glimpses, but not quite at his best. This could be his day.
Well, if that is the case, we are in for an early checkout today. Kamran Atta goes big, humongous, out of the park.
That ball is getting the beating of his lifetime. I just wonder the tactics here from Ajman. I'll just have a look at that shot. Big slog sweep. He's a magnificent striker of the ball against spinners. Unorthodox but mighty effective across the line. He plays it with great amount of ease. Yeah, coming back to tactics is one. Why not go with left arm quickie or Ahmed? You got Saghir as well, and we know, no disrespect to these two batters, but they're more comfortable against spin than pace.
Yeah, hurried on to him on that occasion. Well, just to answer your question, could be various reasons. In the past, we've seen Muzammil Qasim has been a crafty bowler, known to hold the bullets on and takes the challenge head on. Unfortunately, has been on the wrong side. But yes, the immediate option would have been to pick up a seamer, but they've opted to go with Ankur Sangwan. I would have expected either Awais Ali Shah or Saghir to take that responsibility after scoring so many runs in the power play.
I don't mind spin from one end and pace from the other, and you got to be a little bit more unpredictable. Spin from both hands in the power play, only 2 fielders outside the ring. It's a tough challenge. Nicely bowled from Ankur Sangwan.
Lucky that it didn't. It has hit the toe end of the bat on that occasion. Yeah, rightly said, Asghar Khan, you need to have a seamer in place, use the new ball, and different plans from the skipper, Ansh Tandon today. Good delivery. And I quite like the approach from Kamran Atta. He's ensuring he is playing on merit, respecting the goals, bring us to the end of the over. 50.
$55 for none after 3 overs. The helmets are out. That means pace on from the Bahadur end. It's going to be Wes, and he is vigorously shining the ball. Looking at the ball, you will be wondering in those 3 overs, it has just lost the shape. It's been smacked around the park.
It has taken the beating of lifetime. Asif Khan scoring at 300 strike rate. Kamran Atta as well looking absolutely dangerous. Ominous signs for Ajman. They'll have to do something special in order to stay in the contest. Well, this is what T20 cricket is all about. Power hitting in the power play.
We have just gone berserk here, these two. Oh, good delivery. Immediately showing respect as well. Wants to give impression of his defense as well. Kamran Atta.
And it's to do with introspect the conditions as well. You've been playing against spin 3 overs. Now you have a seamer who's been given that responsibility. You might as well just understand how the surface is reacting. I tell you what, these guys are not going to hold back. So viewers, fasten your seatbelts. We are in for some entertainment.
That's the right word. They both are great entertainers. And we want fours and sixes. At the same time, we want some quality fast bowling.
Swing and a miss. Just got lucky there. Kamranatha could have hit the outside edge, sticking to his basics, hitting the right areas, hitting the deck hard. So far it's been a decent start for Awais. Charges down the wicket and will find the fence. Well, he was put at bay for a couple of deliveries, but he's managed to find a boundary yet again.
That's what form does to your confidence. Even you can take chances of good deliveries. Couple of dot balls, then he decides to use his feet. And it's a very smart shot because he picked that slow delivery off cutter and goes over the top for 4.
Short one. The idea was right on the previous delivery, came underneath the ball, and this time testing with a short one. Awais Ali, it's been impressive so far, but can he find a wicket? Can he find a way to break the partnership? They're racing on, 59 for none already in the 4th over, striking at a very good strike run rate, 16.09 runs an over.
Incredible start from these two. Both going neck to neck here. Again, use of the feet. And a quick single to mid-on. Well, direct hit was required. Sharjah with a good effort, but he makes it.
Well, this is what I like about the pair, Asif Khan. Besides those humongous maximums and getting those boundaries, timing the ball, still ensuring those singles and doubles are taken care of. That's a sign of a quality batter, especially a top order batter. You need those singles and doubles as well.
Sign of maturity. They say these two guys have played a lot of cricket over the years. Nicely played. A brilliant over in the context of the game where everyone got the tap. Just gone for 5. 4 overs gone, 60 for none. Mohammad Sahir introduced into the attack. Don't you think it's a bit too late, Riz?
I was expecting him to open the innings alongside Awais to head the pace battery. Unfortunately, spin not going in their favour, but can he get his team with a wicket? Can he pick up a wicket here? 60 for none at 4 overs, striking at 15 runs an over.
It's going to be a cross seamer. And straight away getting that extra bit of bounce. Kamranatha trying to get to the pitch of the ball. Sahir starts off with a nice cross seam delivery. That's something he does really well.
Yeah, he mixes it up really well. Has been part of the UAE national team. You expect a bit more when you represented the highest level, and he knows the areas where he's got to target, and if you target the right areas, we always have spoken about it, you do get that purchase off the surface.
Kamranatha. It's been given as a wide. He was pushing it across away from his arc. He's got a wideish third man and deep extra cover. That's a bit unorthodox field.
We usually see him bowling outside the power play. It's a bit of a challenge for Sagir Khan as well. So he's just trying to stay, as you rightly mentioned, away from the hitting arc of Kamranatha. Much better, beaten for pace on that occasion, hurried on to Kamranatha. And now this will be an interesting contest. Well, they've played a lot of cricket together, especially in the nets as well. So Asif Khan Lala does understand what sort of bowling he will be opting, maybe a slow one. So this is going to be a very good challenge between Asif Khan and Mohammad Sagir.
Yeah, Sagir, I like about him that competitiveness. He's always up for a challenge. Certainly this is going to be a challenge for him. Starts off with a shortish delivery, offside off stump, and another wide delivery. With that field, he becomes predictable. Pretty much relaxed looking dugout there is one.
Yeah, they all are relaxed. They know they've got the foundation laid. Have a short third in place, and the idea is to persuade Asif to go for that shot outside the off stump. This was in the slot, but just didn't quite time it straight to the fielder. Isam Matiurab, he's been good. They will look forward to have him to utilize his services outside the power play. But at this moment, Ajman has just managed to come back in this game.
Very good over. The last one from West just went for 5, and apart from 2 wides, it hasn't been bad. Just gone for 3 here of 3 deliveries. Can he finish it off well?
Just trying to muscle it on that occasion, Asif Khan. Persisting with that Khan, just not any wit whatsoever on offer.
They'll be ruining the fact that why they didn't start with pace. West went for 5, and so far Sagir looking good here. Spinners have really gone for plenty. Full toss, crash through the offside. Was it a chance? It's gone for a boundary.
There is a full toss on offer, and Asif Khan yet again cashing on the opportunity. Easy pickings for him, slightly away from the fielder, and the ball finds the fence.
It was in the air and past Ankur Sagavan, going for that wide yorker, and it just turned out to be nice juicy full toss offside off stump. Asif too good a player, just leant on it. Big delivery this one from Sagir.
Well, this is ballooned up in the air. Fielder falls short in the process of holding on to it, and he's not happy, Sagir Khan. The ball will find the fence.
Not great stuff there from Owais, and he's quite frustrating for Sagir. Bowled a good bumper, got the top edge, but it's a short boundary, and he had to run back. At least should have stopped that boundary. That's rubbing salt to the wounds. 5 overs gone, 71 for none.
Team Emirates Blues are off to a flying start in this run chase, winning the toss, opting to bowl first. So far, it has gone in their favour so far. Kamran Atta 28 of 15 and Asif Khan 38 of 15. Remember, he was put down by Ansh Tandon. This was a half tracker. Away Salisha, and Kamran Atta finds the maximum.
Kamran Atta in just amazing form, won't miss out on these kind of deliveries. You can't afford to bowl short on this surface. It's a slow track. Where's bit too short. Slightly older ball as well. Semi-new is not quite finding that zip of the surface.
A beautiful delivery. Full length away from the batter. Not quite orthodox as Kamran Atta is. Very unorthodox. It's not quite pleasing to the eye when he bats, but I tell you what, is consistently getting runs for his team.
That's all it matters. Race end of the day, it's a game of producing results. And he's producing tons and tons of runs, consistent over the years. Probably one of the most consistent batter in the D series history. He deserves a go at the national level as well.
Oh, absolutely. And it's been consistently, as you rightly mentioned, you cannot tend to have a game and then you score well and then you're off colour. But this lad, Kamran Atta, consistently performing for his team.
It's not easy. It's a mental battle as well, day in, day out, to be able to perform with consistency. It speaks volumes of his resolve, his temperament, hard work. Good Yorker clipped away on the onside.
I think that something's going to happen in the final two deliveries of the power play. Asif Khan has been quite destructive, 38 of 15. They certainly want to ensure they get to another 6 or 8 runs in the next two deliveries.
Even if they don't do anything silly, they are well on their way to another thumping performance. ECB Blues 78 for none, and I'm sure Asif, if he bowls a decent delivery, he'll look to defend and be there at the crease. Good Yorker again, swung in a fraction, clipped through mid wicket for a single.
He's got protection there. He's bowling to his field, Avesali. That's a very good comeback after being hit for a maximum 2 dots and 2 singles taken. Kamran Atta has been laying the foundation for the team the entire tournament, and I reckon in the previous game he batted a bit low as well. So he's been shuffled a couple of times with his batting order, but still is getting those runs.
He's in phenomenal form. Digged out that Yorker nicely. And a power play, 79 for none. $79 for none. Assam Matthew Rab has been introduced into the attack. He's been a wicket taker throughout this competition. Is it too late? It is.
Well, he usually bowls outside the power play, so you can't really expect him to come and bowl in the power play. We've seen the spinners going for big runs in the power play. 2 overs, 44 for none. And they've ensured they've cashed on the opportunity of the power play. 79 for none in 6 overs. Brilliant display of batting from both the batters.
And I'm sure these both will look to go after Assam Mathurab. Getting some repair work. Simran Muni's got all the tools in his pocket.
A complete umpire. Wonderful human being, off field, spot with his decisions. I always say he operates at 6 Sigma.
No doubt about it. Top umpire. Slow turn, pushed off the back foot from Asif. Another single. Asif Khan coming back into form. I needed a little bit of luck, which he got in the first over. Now he's looking really settled at the crease.
He will give you those chances. As we've seen him, at least a couple of them will be miscued. And you've got to take those chances. You can't be waiting that would be repeated. When you have a batter of such caliber and he tries to go hard on you, and when the bowlers are actually creating that opportunity, you've got to take them.
Absolutely, and especially someone who is as dangerous as Asif Khan. You got to hold on your chances. But they say fortune's favors the brave. Being an aggressive batter, sometimes you do need a little bit of luck, and he got it. Then it's up to you to really fill your shoes with runs, pile up those runs, and pile up the agony for the opposition.
You've done well in the power play, 79, and all of a sudden, outside the power play, they're just understanding and going slow and steady. But Kamran Atta has different plans. It's on to the roof, or is it in the stands? A massive shot that from Asif Khan.
The terrific hit. Such long reach he has. The way he extends those arms. Even if he is not to the pitch of the ball, I have seen him hit the long ball, especially at this venue over the years. He's got a terrific record. These pitches are challenging, but he's making look batting easy. This time he cuts and finds the gap. This might just run away for a boundary. Half century to Asif Khan, first of the competition, and the captain is back in form.
Well, he certainly enjoyed that, a bit of late. Played it late and played it to perfection, bisecting those fielders. Beautiful half century from Asif Khan. He's on song today. 50 of just 20 deliveries. And they are in a hurry, Team Emirates Blues.
Good delivery to finish. Little bit of turn. Beats the outside edge. 7 gone. 91 for none.
Fireworks at Sharjah Cricket Stadium. 91 for none after 7 overs. Asif Khan, a quick 50 of 21. Kamran Atta, 36 of 21. And as we move forward, as Khan takes a break, and joining me in the comm box is Ahmed Khwaja. Welcome back, Ahmed.
Thank you very much, Riz. And what a power show put on by the Emirates Blues openers. Trading 6 for 6, shot for shot. They have completely swept Ajman aside. And remember, they dropped this man when he was on 2. And how dearly has he made them pay. You just cannot give players of his class and caliber a second chance.
Oh, absolutely. And this is exactly what I was talking about alongside Asghar Khan. such players do give you that one odd opportunity. You've got to latch on to them. Failing which, the results are in front of you.
He goes big, but it's a miscue. Another chance at long off. And this time, Rahil makes no mistake. The Asif Khan show is over.
Well, he's done what he's supposed to. Got off to a quick 50. Didn't time it well on that occasion. And Ankur Sangwan finally picks up a big wicket. Rahil picks up a catch in the deep. Asif Khan will have to depart.
Just got a big on him. Dared to flight the ball. And well taken by the young man. Reverse cup, making no mistake, but sheer entertainment from Asif Khan. And he can walk off with his head held high. 91 for 1. What an innings. Well, another very exciting player comes in at number 3, Ahmed Tariq. Not quite as explosive as Asif Khan, but certainly he'll go at a fair clip if he gets in. Ankur Sangwan finally gets his man. He's taken a bit of tap, but you cannot keep a good player out of the game, a good bowler out of the game. He certainly is that. And on the attack, Ajman, Ansh Tandon himself, positioned at slip. Lovepreet at a very close in short mid. So they're just trying to build that dot ball pressure. Maybe induce another wicket back to back to get them back into the game. Beautifully bowled. Great loop on that one.
Yeah, when you have to come back and especially out, take some time. And time for Ajman to sort of regroup and find a way to strike the chord. And so far it has been the men in blue who have dominated.
Yeah, just have to bowl dry for a spell here. Deny them the boundaries. Just keep it to ones and twos if you can. No single there. Esamati or Rab. In that extra cover position, pretty active. And in the end, it's a very good over from Ankur. Only 1 run conceded. And the big wicket of Asif Khan. 92 for 1. Samat Europe looking to bounce back after an expensive first over. Well, not with that length, my friend. You got away with it. Deep mid. Well, Basil. This young lad has completely disappeared from the bowling scene. And I'm not sure why.
Even I'm a bit surprised that he's not been given that opportunity. He bowled exceptionally. Maybe I'm not too sure whether he's carrying a niggle, but a wonderful bowler to have you in your team.
Especially because they're very spin heavy. You need some seam bowling options alongside OS and Saghir. Just use him in the right spots. He can certainly turn the game around, especially in that smashing victory against Abu Dhabi. He played a big role. Nice looking drive, and Ahmed Tariq is underway.
Of the mark. Asif Khan was going all guns blazing. Now he will take that role of an aggressor while Ahmed Tariq can play the second fiddle.
Yeah, they have a great combination up top. All three of these players can change gears quite easily. They can bat for time, they can be aggressive, they can deal in boundaries. or they can just nurdle the ball around. It's very difficult batting lineup to contain. Then you have the likes of Rais, Nasir Faraz, Sanjay Pahal behind them. There really is no weak point in that batting lineup.
It's a balance. I quite like the composition of the team, and given the type of surfaces, they're definitely mixing up their playing 11. But if overall, if you look, Team Sharjah and Team Emirates, they have very good combination. Swept, and it will be a maximum. What a shot! Didn't quite come off the meat of the bat, but yet Kamran finds a maximum.
Yeah, across the line and on the rise. Such a difficult shot to play. Assam just going slightly fuller, trying to tempt him into the big shot. He did take the bait, but such a clean connection. And it's a flat 6 towards that mid-wicket boundary. So Kamran Atta has decided, I'm just going to go after them. 100 raised in just 8.5 overs. This has certainly been the fastest 100 raised and the biggest score in the power play as well.
Oh, absolutely. Thanks to both the openers of Emirates Blues. They've definitely put up a show here. And they're racing towards the target as well.
Going at breakneck speed indeed. Chopped away, a long chase for the deep cover. Muzammil will eventually cut it down, but the damage has been done in the over. Once again, they've taken 12 off Assam. 104 for 1. So Ankur is going to complete his quota here. Tried his best, but using him in the power play against Asif Khan and Kamran Atta in this form, it backfired big time.
Absolutely. Responded to the call of the captain for Team Emirates Blues. Nabil Aziz was spectacular. Just given away 13 runs in his 4 overs. Didn't pick up a wicket, but he's managed to ensure the pressure was created. Yes, Lovepreet did fight it out, but again, given the kind of batting lineup Ahmed Khwaja these team possesses, you need 200.
Yeah, I just felt that they came in the second innings with a pre-decided game plan that we're going to both spin at Lala and Kamran Atta. Maybe they'll hole out. That certainly didn't happen as they smashed 80 runs in the power play. And after that, it's just damage control. But it might be too little too late. Current run rate above 11 required is just around 5. Flat batted straight. And Sagir can't get there. Kamran Atta raises yet another half century in the D20. The run machine of the tournament.
One of the leading scorers, 5 of the leaderboard of the Emirates D20 2025. Always in the runs column, always getting the runs for the team. And what I quite like about Kamran Atta is no matter what position you send him, he's always there scoring runs for you. Nelson on board for Team Emirates Blues.
Oh, this could be a chance. Nope, it has carried all the way. It was nowhere near the middle. He was caught in an awkward position with his feet, and it still went all the way.
So such is the power of Kamran Atta. I thought that just balloon inside the circle. Look at that connection. He's in a hurry. He wants to finish things off quickly now.
He's a real pocket rocket. And what I like, he's always looking for the quick single as well. Once again, Ankur Sangwan travelling for runs. 117 are Emirates Blues at the halfway stage. Back live after the drinks break. It's been one-way traffic in this match number 17 of the Emirates D20 so far. Emirates Blues restricting Ajman to a score of 160 and then pure power in the run chase. Look at that, going at almost 12 runs per over in the first half of this innings. And don't think they're going to change gears here. They want to get it done with as soon as possible. Yeah, Asif Khan literally mentioned at the toss, we want to practice chasing. We've won a lot of matches batting first. Now let's change it up. But with the kind of personnel they have, there really is no weak point in this team. They've got the seam bowling resources covered. They've got 2 or 3 young spinners. A lot of depth and power in their batting. So they certainly are clear favourites. And it's the other teams in the tournament looking to play catch up.
Oh, absolutely. But they certainly have Ajay Kumar, and we've seen Mohammad today. Ajay being replaced by Mohammad Samir, and then Sharjah as well. But I think the only point that I would say is they need to strengthen the spin attack, and this one falls in no man's land.
Well, it was the deep extra cover coming in, but Ansh Tandon didn't even attempt the catch at long off. Maybe his confidence is a bit shaken. He should have raced after it. In the end, it's a very tidy over from his arm. 1-2, 1 for 1. Well, in preparation for the upcoming match, the Fujairah boys have arrived. They would certainly back themselves. Don't really have anything to lose, in my opinion. This tournament is more of a training ground for them. Basil Asim, well, it's been a long time coming to see this youngster back on to bowl. Has that lively pace, can catch you by surprise. Let's see if he can catch Kamran Atta by surprise. Well, not with that line and length.
Yeah, he's got to be spot on with the line and length, wavered down the leg side on that occasion. Brushing the pad off on that. But yeah, we were just talking about him. We were under the impression that he might have been carrying a niggle or an injury, but he looks good. Would have expected him to come a bit earlier on in the game.
Yeah, 18 years of age. Very exciting young fast bowler. Oh, mid-off was outside the ring. That could have been a half chance. So Kamran Atta, the only thing remaining for him is to whether he comes in carrying his bat or not.
He would want to close out the innings. He wants to remain unbeaten. Ahmed Tariq on the other end, taking some time Out 6 of 10 for him.
Yeah, he'd like to build up innings here. Sometimes when you see the opening bats just carting the opposition bowlers all over the place, you think, oh, hang on, I'm going to do the same. But no, you have to sometimes grind for your runs and really build an innings.
Oh, absolutely.
On the pads, gone fine. And no chance for Ansh Tandon. Poor delivery.
Straying onto the pads, and that will be 4 leg byes. Kamran Atta. The team will take it. And bowling from.
Yeah, if he's trying to bowl those in-dippers, he needs to start on that 5th stump channel so that it finishes around middle and off. He's starting on middle and off and they're drifting down leg. Just 34 runs away from victory. It's going to be a thumping. Ajman coming crashing down back to earth. Oh, that is massive. That is the biggest 6 of the D20.
And he makes it look so easy. Effortless from Kamran Atta. Walks down the wicket. And he certainly enjoyed that. Look at that connection. This is exactly what Asghar Khan was talking about, the meeting point. And he gets that absolutely right. Maximum.
That has almost gone the height of the floodlights here at the Sharjah Cricket Stadium. And new balls, please, Mr. Mohammad Kashif. That one is a souvenir. Well, it's been a swashbuckling half century from Kamran Atta. Took on the spinners in the power play, especially with that trademark slog sweep, clean connection. And when the fast bowlers came on, he took a liking to them quickly as well. No Ajman bowler has been spared. Assam, Ankur, everybody travelled. And it's yet another 50. This man has been in outrageous form in this edition of the Emirates D20. Clearly one of the leading batters in the UAE period, let alone this comp. Can Basil recover? Slow delivery, heaved, but mid-wicket will clean it up. So 13 taken off the over. The pressure is on Ajman. 134 for 1. Well, just 27 runs needed. It's a walk in the park for the Blues. Once again, imposing their will on any opposition in the Emirates D20. Change in the comm box as Asghar Khan has rejoined me. Thorough entertainment from the Blues batters.
Oh, absolutely. Kamran Atta once again magnificent. This is one is gone up in the air. Surely a chance. Mid-wicket takes it. A little bit of redemption here for Ajman, but he's done the damage.
Yeah, looking to play against the spin. Flighted delivery, outside off. Tried to fetch it. Just got the height, not the distance. And an excellent catch taken by Awais Ahmed. Assam Mathurab adds to his wickets tally. But what a game-changing innings coming in from Kamran Atta. 72 quick fire runs in double quick time. 2 down for 134. Nasir Faraz, the regular middle order anchor for Emirates Blues, in next. Slip in place once more. Well bowled and equally well played to get off the mark.
Stylish batter. Shown glimpses of very good form. Not much to do here. We would like to get few out of the middle and finish the job. Absolutely cruising.
There's going to be a hiding for Ajman. Such a funny game cricket is. One day you chase 200 and other days you get absolutely obliterated by the opposition.
Absolutely. 160 odd we all thought is not enough on this surface against a strong batting lineup. Nicely driven on the offside.
Yeah, they needed 180, 185 bare minimum. The pitch is playing really, really well. It's slow. It's not got that vicious turn we saw in the first week of the tournament. And when you get in, it's very difficult to get out. But Assam has held his own. Once again having a tidy spell.
It's been a good pick of the bowlers for Ajman throughout this competition. Single legs. Just both. End of 13.
So just 23 needed. Ahmed Tariq has had to adjust himself into a middle order role. Was usually opening alongside Kamran Atta, but once a champion batter like Asif Khan comes into the side, you need to understand your role.
Way for that explosive power in the first 6 overs. He's someone who can bat anywhere in the top 5 because he's got the rotation game as well.
Yeah, he's changed his number. That is something I noticed. Usually wears number 23. Now he switched to 65. Some players are quite superstitious in those matters.
Your lucky number, but some track.
Very true. Steve Waugh, of course, with that famous red rag. He would never play a test match without it. Used his baggy green right from the 80s. Sanat Jayasuriya comes to mind. He had all these weird tics. He had to touch his knees, had to touch his thigh pad. Everything, every single time before he faced a delivery.
Well, sometimes watching on, I always thought how that can happen. Just you have to remember and go through those rituals again and again. Steve Smith comes to mind as well in the modern day game. Does a lot of fidgety stuff.
Yeah, Marnus Labuschagne, his understudy as well, very similar to the great man. Then some players always wear their left pad first, their left sock first, their left boot first. Everything has a routine. Although these things honestly mean nothing. There's no scientific basis to it. But just for your mental clarity, just to get you in that right headspace. Batters especially are very, very used to routine. They're creatures of routine.
Absolutely. And something which brings success, they normally stick to that ritual, that routine. And it becomes a part of that process.
And of course, the biggest superstition we all follow. When there is a tense run chase or a good partnership, nobody move. in the dressing room. Don't change your spot. Stay right where you are.
11. Sachin kept Sehwag alongside him.
Or Ben Stokes at Headingley with Jack Leach. One of the most outstanding finishes to any sort of cricket match, let alone a test match. Of course, the Ashes is kicking off next month. Should be one of the all-time great series once again. Oh, hard running between the wickets. Terrific intent from Nasir Faraz and Ahmed Tariq. A tidy over from Basel. 143 for 2. Muzammil, well, he got absolutely dismantled in the power play. 27 runs looted by Asif Khan. Trying to bounce back. Well, not with that length. What a lovely punch off the back foot from Ahmed Tariq. That is majestic timing.
He deliberately hit that one well in front of square. And that goes to show his game awareness as well. He could have easily played square of the wicket, but he knows there's more value if he finds a gap on the offside. Wonderful footwork.
Of all the big sixes and slog sweeps and towering hits we've seen tonight, that is the shot that I'm going to remember. Lovely. And to be quite honest, I don't see any true weak area in his game. He's got great technique. He has the ability to hit sixes, light on his feet, technically sound. He ticks all the boxes for me.
Oh, absolutely. I think he's got a big future ahead of him.
Should be 2. They'll pick it up quite easily. And of course, with the incredible news coming in that Team UAE are heading to the 2026 Men's T20 World Cup in India and Sri Lanka. They made a meal of it, it has to be said. But they got the job done in the qualifiers. Missed out in 2024, but they're back at the show. And it's such a great and momentous moment for the UAE cricket infrastructure.
Historical. Like you said, they haven't been at their best early part of the tournament, but a must-win game. They're able to hang on and created chances for themselves. And it presents a big opportunity to represent UAE cricket at the highest level in a World Cup is always special, Ahmed Khwaja.
And it's not going to be any qualifiers or any of that. You're in the tournament finals proper. So that is the big news. And immense amount of credit goes to Mr. Mohammad Wasim, the captain, and of course Mr. Lalchand Rajput will continue that conversation. 152 for 2. Well, looks like they have put down their weapons here, Ajman. It's over to the very, very part-time bowlers. Lovepreet played a fabulous innings, but looks like he's going to be on the wrong side of the result. Call is for 2. Square leg is on the fence. And that is terrific running between the wickets. I like the hunger between this pair.
You use a very important word, hunger. Even in situation like this where you can stroll for a single, to put in hard yards, every run they're striving for.
Yeah, these are the things that one is truly looking for. Can he graft? Can he grind? Can he do that quick running between the wickets? Can he play the least number of dot balls? Very, very impressive. And like you mentioned, now they can see that we can fulfill our dreams of playing it at an ICC multinational event. The platform has been set, that trajectory has been set by Wasim and the boys.
Wasim, he deserves a lot of leadership. Such a lot of youngsters.
The last 2 seasons have been wonderful for UAE in the T20 format. Gulf Cup champions, reached the Asia Cup at home, and now of course going to the World Cup proper. And of course, having our own well-established franchise league is a huge bonus, not only for the exposure, but the monetary returns cannot be ignored.
But getting paid big time and getting the opportunity to rub shoulders with one of the few of the greats of the game, and that really augurs well for UAE cricket.
Yeah, just imagine somebody like Ali Shan Sharafu sharing a locker room with somebody like Dre Russ or Sunil Narayan, Mohammad Wasim sharing a dressing room with a legend like Piyush Chawla, World Cup winner in the upcoming ILT20, Sharjah Warriors, Ethan playing alongside Dinesh Karthik. What they can learn, what they can glean from these kind of players, you cannot put a price tag on it.
You do that experience when you come into the UAE setup and play at that
Chip down the ground and just in front of the long off. Nasir Faraz thought that was the winning hit. Not quite. He can do it in the next over. 158 for 2. Or clipped away towards cow corner, and that will be the game. It's a handsome victory for Emirates Blues. They've done it with almost 4 overs to spare and 8 wickets in hand. A clinical show put on by arguably the strongest team in the tournament.
Plenty of positives once again for ECB Blues. Real thumping for Ajman. Not quite good enough to challenge an informed side. Not enough runs on the board. And then it was the batting show of ECB Blues. Absolutely magnificent work done by the openers. And then Ahmed Tariq and Nasir showing class to finish it off.
Truly have outclassed the opposition. And Ajman back to the drawing board. They've been up and down in this tournament so far. Sometimes they get demolished. Other times they pull off miraculous victories. They need to find that middle ground. But for Emirates Blues, it's been dominance right from ball 1.
Yeah, Ajman, hot and cold so far. You need to find that balance and that consistency. Challenges ahead for Ajman. They got to answer a few questions. The batting at times not really up to the mark. And you do feel that they need a strike bowler as well. He went berserk, 50 of 23, 72. That enormous amount of power there from Kamran Atta and Namatar. Clinical 21 took his time and finished the job off alongside Nasir Faraz. An 8-wicket victory for ECB Blues.
Yeah, the top 4 itself settled the affairs. And like you mentioned, some of the bowling strategies left much to be desired from Ajman. Ankur Sangwan got hammered in his opening spell but bounced back well, did pick up a wicket. Muzammil Qasim had an off day. Essam Mathurab was consistent. He's been showing a steady performance right throughout the tournament. Everybody else took a lot of tap. 92 run opening stand, and after that the result was never really in doubt. Taking a look at the highlights of the Emirates Blues run chase. Well, it was early aggression from Kamran Atta and Asif Khan. They were fed spin in the power play, a very good batting track, and they expressed themselves quite freely. Muzammil Qasim sent packing for 27 runs in the power play, just playing into the hands of Asif Khan. Anytime he dropped short, it went up and over the onside. Anytime he overpitched, he was launched over long off. And that continued against the fast bowlers as well. Saghir and Awais taking plenty of tap. Eventually, it was Asif Khan who holed out, but by then he had reached his 50 of just 20 deliveries. Phenomenal batting show. That was his demise. Good catch taken at long off. Kamran Atta though decided, I want to settle the game as early as possible. Getting a quick fire half century and then really piling it on. This was a tremendous shot off the back foot, down the ground for 6. Eventually he did fall as well to Essam Mathurab, but not after compiling 72 quick fire runs. And then Ahmed Tariq and Nasir Faraz, a cool, calm partnership, took care of the remaining 30 odd runs with class and style. So match number 17 of the Emirates D20 comes to an end. Ajman managing 160 in the allotted 20 overs. Lovepreet with a fabulous knock of 74. Ansh Tandon with a bit of a laboured 37. Junaid Shamsu was looking dangerous but fell in the power play. 2 wickets apiece for Sanjay Pahal and Mohammad Samir. And Emirates Blues got the run chase done and dusted in just 16.1 overs, led by the power show put on by Kamran Atta, Asif Khan, and Ahmed Tariq remained unbeaten. ECB Blues winning by 8 wickets. Right then, we take a short break and then head downstairs for the post-match presentation with Rizwan ur Rahman. Stay tuned.
Mic check. Hello and welcome to the post-match presentation of the match played between Ajman and Emirates Blues. Opting to bowl first, Emirates Blues restricted Ajman for 160 for the loss of 4 wickets. Lovepreet Singh Bajwa managed to pick up a half century, but in response there were fireworks on display by Kamran Atta, Asif Khan at the top, laying the foundation for a quick finish. Well, they managed to chase it down in just 16 overs. Well, it's time for us to honor the player of the match, and it will be handed over by our match official, Mr. Kashif Billah. It will go to Kamran Atta. I would request Kamran Atta to come forward and collect your player of the match for his swashbuckling 72 of 39, 6 sixes and 5 boundaries. काफ़ी अच्छा परफॉर्मेंस रहा है जब आसिफ खान आपके साथ होते हो और आप और भी फ्री खेलते हो.
सबसे पहले मैं अल्लाह का लाख लाख शुक्र अदा करूंगा और मेरे पेरेंट्स की दुआएं हैं मेरे साथ. और यू नो वेल कि आसिफ लाला वन ऑफ द बेस्ट बैट्समैन इन यूएई और सारे उसको जानते हैं, तो प्रेशर नहीं होता मुझ पे क्योंकि आसिफ लाला गेम को लेके चलता है.
काफ़ी डिफरेंट पोजीशंस पे हमने आपको देखा है. कौन सी पोजीशन आप ज़्यादा एंजॉय करते हो?
स्पेशली मैं टॉप ऑर्डर खेलता आ रहा हूँ, आपको पता है डोमेस्टिक में, तो मैं ज़्यादा इसमें एंजॉय करता हूँ. बट जहाँ पे टीम को ज़रूरत होती है मुझे वो यूज़ करते हैं, तो अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह माँ बाप की सबकी दुआएं हैं तो अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह सक्सेस मिलती है.
आपको पता है अभी बैटिंग के लीडर बोर्ड हो 312 रन आपने स्कोर किए सो फार.
एक्चुअली सर मैं इस चीज़ पे फोकस नहीं करता. मेरा काम है कि हर मैच में अच्छा से अच्छा परफॉर्म करना है जिससे टीम को फ़ायदा हो.
किसको डेडिकेट करना चाहते हो?
ये मेरे भाई हैं रियाज आजम जो लेदर एंड विलो स्पोर्ट्स शॉप के ऑनर हैं, जो मेरे लिए अच्छे अच्छे बैट निकालते हैं, तो ये मैं उनको डेडिकेट करूंगा.
बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया हमसे बात करने के लिए.
थैंक यू सर.
Yes, that is for you. That is the player of the match, Kamran Atta, for his swashbuckling 70. That's all we have from the post-match presentation. Good night and God bless.